Hello everyone, welcome to our last day on Mystery Island. Let's see if we can remember our two past medallions and what they stand for. First, a clue was about God was number one. What does the number one have to do with God? Yes, God is the one and only one God. Our second clue about God was the letter O. What was the word start with O that means all? Right, the word omni means all. God is all-knowing, all-powerful, and all-present. Now, let's discover today's mystery clue that's in the front of the picture puzzle. Let's figure out the letter each picture starts with, and then it will help spell today's clue word. The first picture is A, dolphin. Let's put letter D in here. The second picture is ice cream. Put I in there. What is the third picture? An alligator. Let's put A in here. What's the fourth picture? A map. Write letter M in there. The next picture is an octopus. Please write letter O in here. Alright, what's next? A notebook. Write the letter N in here, please. And the last one, a dog. D is our last letter for the clue. And put all these letters together makes a diamond. Our clue word is diamond. Do you know what a diamond is? People wear diamonds because they are worth a lot. They are very valuable. They are also strong and steady rock that won't break. God is like diamond because He is by far the most valuable of all on earth. He is much more valuable than a diamond or any other stuff or even all the money in the world. His love, kindness, and goodness will never change, and He can trust Him. Let's check our last spot on our treasure map today and see what our medallion is. Can you find a diamond Mikal mountain? Yeah, right there. Put your medallion sticker on the last day. Before we start, let's read today's verse together. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Proverbs 3:5. Let's dive into today's story. Let's start with that there were two armies who were fighting. One army, the Israelite army, was for God, and another one, the Philistine, was against God. The army that was against God had a giant of a man named Goliath. He was over 9 feet tall, and nobody's that tall anymore, but he was huge. All people in the Lord's army were scared of Goliath. He kept shouting at them every day and trying to get someone to fight him. This was making the Israelite army scared. But the Israelite army was forgetting they had God on their side. Should they have been scared? No! Since God is with them, they do not have to feel scared. While they have been scared, there is a teenager named David. He came along one day to bring food to his brothers. When David arrived there, he heard Goliath yelling out mean words, but David knew who God is and he trusts God. So when he heard Goliath saying things against God, he knew God would fight the battle and win, because God is more powerful than Goliath or anyone else. David was taken to the Israelite king named Saul. David told King that he would fight Goliath. At first, King did not think it was a good idea because David was young, but then he agreed. So they dressed David in the helmet and armor, like this. But David was not used to all that, so he took off the armor. Instead of armor, he wanted a sling and some stones. Now it was time for David and Goliath to fight each other. Goliath came running toward David, shouting at him and ready to hurt him. But David told him the battle was Lord's. David took a stone out of his bag and put it in his sling. He sent a stone flying right at Goliath. It hit Goliath right on his forehead, and he fell on his face and died very that moment. David did not look like someone who can beat a giant, but David trusted God, and God gave David the power to fight. As David trusts God, we can trust Him with our lives. Let's take a minute and see what we can remember about David's story. Here's a picture of David is fighting and trying to hurt Goliath. Did David win the battle by wearing the helmet and armor? No, he wins the battle by using slings and some stones. Do you remember how David knew that he is going to win this battle? Yes, David knew who God is and he trusts God. What do you think the meaning of the word trust? Right, it means you can believe someone will do what he says he will do. Just like how you trust your parents always pick you up at school. Or maybe it's like pirate who trusts his parrot friend, like Trusty the macaw here. God is the most treasured friend ever. God is trustworthy. This is day 3 worksheet. What can you see in here? I can see big heart in here. But before we're gonna color, we're gonna read together. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Proverbs 3:5. And what you need to do in here is color the heart to help you remember the verse. I'd like to do with the color purple. So let's color with it. Once you color this, you're gonna remember your memory verse. And after we finish this, we're gonna repeat this one more time. Ta-da! It looks like big heart, right? Okay, let's read one more time. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Proverbs 3:5. Now, flip the page, and what you can see is Goliath and David is fighting. For this one, is you have to do on yourself. What you need to do is, you have to use whatever color you want and color them out and show that your parents. Okay? Alright, let's review what we learned today. Is God trustworthy? Yes, He is, and we can trust Him all the time. Is God here right now? Of course, He's everywhere with you. Does God love us? Of course, He loves us all the time. Before we end, don't forget the 3 important about God. First, God is the only one true God. Second, God is almighty. He knows everything and He has all the powers and He is all present everywhere you and I go. Last, God is trustworthy. God can be trusted in everything and every time. Thanks to my awesome islanders. Hope we can see you next VBS too, and have a pleasant summer. Bye!